Hello everyone. So I want to touch on the topic of epigenetics today, and I'll be using Dr. Bruce Lipton's studies as reference because his work is fascinating. And he discovered that epigenetics means above the genetics, and that if you look at things like cancer, everybody has cancer cells in their body, but the belief system, as he discusses in the biology of belief, is that if you had a parent or a sister or a brother or whoever that had cancer in their body, and it started terrifying you because now it was close to home, and you start thinking to yourself, well, if they had it, I might get it. So what you're actually doing is you're focusing on that cancer, and that starts activating the cancer cells in your body, and lo and behold, you will most likely get cancer. Or hopefully not. I would never wish any disease upon any person. So everything we do is due to focusing on it. What do we do when we don't want something? We focus on what we don't want, and what happens? We get what we don't want. So a lot of people don't see this. It's kind of like praying for something you don't want, and it comes because that's what you've been focusing on. The law of manifestation. I don't know if there's a law for it, but it works. Now, if you're going to change your focus and focus on what you do want, it will be provided. Your belief system changes, because when you start focusing on what you want, you start changing the neurons in your brain to start wiring differently. And that also comes from the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And when they start, like he terms it, neurons that fire together, wire together. And once that happens, then your whole thinking process starts changing. And when that starts changing, then you start changing. And when you start changing, you start seeing things differently. When you start seeing things differently, you start doing things differently. And it becomes a cycle of doing things. And when you start doing things differently, a lot of different things happen to you. So when you look back 6-7 months down the line of doing the different things, thinking differently, you'll think, where did this all begin? And this will come back to, that's when I started thinking differently. So epigenetics, manifestation, is everything that changes your life. I'm a layman person. I try and explain things very simplistic, and this is how I do it. I hope you enjoy this. Take care.